Hello and welcome to Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. I'm your host, Justin Allegri. The Bears suffer a double overtime loss to Virginia Tech last week. We'll talk with Travers Family head football coach Justin Wilcox about that game and preview Virginia this week at home. Plus, we'll sit down with general manager Ron Rivera in a midseason update from him as well. But first, let's head back to the highlights against the Hokies.
All right, man, no more speeches. Buckle up, get your energy right, get your focus right, and let's go fight them, yeah? Yeah. Team on three, 1, 2, 3, team!
From Lane Stadium in Blacksburg, Virginia, a raucous crowd as the Virginia Tech Hokies are getting ready to take the field for the 25th year into Enter Sandman from Metallica. The entire crowd right now jumping, fireworks going off. And with it being one of the best intros in college football, we're going to join in now and see if we can listen on this great intro. Pretty dramatic here from Lane Stadium. Virginia Tech and California in ACC play. It's Cal and Virginia Tech on a Friday night here in Blacksburg. Drones quickly gets that shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, now looks to throw, throws the fade toward the end zone, reaching back to make the catch. Aiden Green lost his defender and he's into the end zone. And what a start for the Hokies. Grizel in motion now from right to left. High snap taken. They try to set up the screen, play to Jesus, breaks the tackle at the 30-yard line, gets to the 35-yard line, follows another block, close to the 40. He's got first down yardage and a gain of 10. 3rd and 1 from the 36-yard line. Raphael stays into the right, bunched formation right, fake the handoff, toss to the far side to Jesus, gets a couple of blocks to the 30, into the second level, spin move at the 25, and he's brought down at the 22. Looking, here comes the blitz, and the handoff to Raphael, breaks into the second level, stiff arm at the 20-yard line, and bowls his way forward to the 15, falling at the 14. Chase Myers coming on, though, for a 38-yard attempt from right to left. The kick is up, it is on its way, and it is good from Chase Meyer, who's now 4 for 5 this season on field goal opportunities. A 10-play, 55-yard drive in 5 minutes and 9 seconds. It's a 3rd down and 8 from the 25. Drones to throw. He is blitzed. He gets free of the grasp of T.J. Bush. Runs out to the left side. Kedu Luave, though, just so sound on the edge. He reels him in and brings him down for a loss.
So explosive. He looked like a shark that just saw half a tuna in the water, right? Blood in the water, and he went and got it that time.
2nd down and 9 right from midfield. JKS fakes the handoff, looking to throw now. Slings it over the middle. He's got Jordan King at the 30-yard line. Breaks the tackle at the 25. Stays on his feet. Juggles the ball at the 20 and is brought down at the 13. 2 tight ends again brought in. Cole Basha is also in as the wide receiver on the far side of the field. Here's a toss play now to Raphael, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, California. Mason Minnie opening up a hole on the far side with the block, followed by Raphael, who's now had touchdowns in 4 straight games. We are all tied up at 10 apiece with 14:46 to go. Bears are getting some more of their depth players in. That was Jordan Sanford on the edge. Now the fake, the handoff, blasted as the quarterback staying on his feet, backpedaling his Drones. He's not going to go down, and he's not going to try and throw it. Where are they going to mark him dead here?
Mr. Drones, meet Mr. Uluave.
Shotgun snap to JKS. Drops to throw, has some time up into the pocket, throws downfield. He's got Jesus spinning around at the 25, cuts back at the 20, now to the 15, fighting his way forward, and he's brought down at the 11-yard line on the near side. And hopefully it doesn't cost the Bears 3 points. Snap, good. Kick is up from left to right on its way. Second verse, same as the first for Chase Meyer. It's 13-10, California with the lead, 9:31 to go in the first half. Now Bears showing blitz. They almost jumped there. Drones takes the shotgun snap, pressured in the backfield. He's wrapped up. He's brought down by Jaden Wayne, all the way back at the 25-yard line. Punt is blocked. High into the air it goes at the 20-yard line where it's grabbed by Virginia Tech, and it will fall to the 27-yard line. The Bears get home, and now we'll have glorious field position at the Virginia Tech 27 following the block.
Cole Basha making a play on special teams.
So now it's 1st and goal from the 1 to Jesus. In motion again. Here's the handoff to Raphael. Hit at the goal line. Spins around. And the second effort gets him into the end zone. Touchdown, California. For the second time tonight, Raphael is in. And the Bears have scored 20 unanswered points in this first half. Hawkins to the left side of Drones in the shotgun. 2nd down and 10. Another deep drop for Drones. Pressure coming up the middle. Avoids it. Now spins around and he goes down. Kade Uluwave rifling through the gap. Brings him in at the 20-yard line. It's a loss of 9 yards.
So that's his 2nd sack on the night.
What a recovery from this California team after going down 10-0 almost in a blink of an eye to start this football game. They scored 20 unanswered points and now head into the locker room with a 10-point lead, 20-10.
One play at a time now. One play at a time. Get your focus right, and then it's all technique and effort. All technique and effort. Has nothing to do with talent right now. You guys got me?
Yes, sir.
Let's finish this game. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Put that foot on.
Virginia Tech would control things throughout the third quarter and erase the 10-point deficit with a field goal and a 44-yard touchdown pass.
And just like that, we are tied at 20 apiece. 5:06 to go, third quarter.
Then midway into the fourth, they would retake the lead on a 14-yard run, and the Bears found themselves down 7 late.
And the Bears are going to need to respond. 27-20, Virginia Tech with the lead in the fourth quarter. Still faced with a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. Blitz coming. JKS gets rid of it to the far sideline. This time Grizel's got it at the 45-yard line, twirling around inside the 40 on the far side of the field and shoved out of bounds at the 36.
And just a perfect ball by Sangapolatelli.
Raphael to the right side of JKS. Fake the handoff to him. Pump fakes once. Now throws into the flat on the far side. Jordan King breaks the first contact, gets to the first down marker, and is pushed down at the 24-yard line. High snap, Raphael the carry, following the block. Second effort, pushes forward toward the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, California. Not once, not twice, but thrice for Kendrick Raphael. 27 apiece. Ball set nearly midfield. Snap is good. Kick is up from left to right. It is on its way. It's got the distance. And it doinks off the upright. Off the right upright. It's no good. Plenty of distance from John Love. And for the 3rd time this season, he misses in a critical spot with 1:12 to go. 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. 20 seconds to play. Here's the snap. Looking downfield, over the middle, and completes to Mason Minnie, who takes a hit, hangs on.
Puts him well within field goal range.
Here's the snap, it's down, the kick is up from right to left, it's on its way, and it is no good. Wide to the right, with 1 second remaining.
Looks like we are going to overtime.
Cole Basha in motion from right to left. JKS takes the snap, fakes the handoff, deep drop to throw over the middle, and he completes at the 5-yard line. Mason Minnie takes a hit at the goal line, hangs on, touchdown, California. Just 1 play into the overtime, and the Bears strike first.
JKS and Mason Minnie made that look easy.
328 on the ground overall for the Hokies tonight. And now it's the quarterback keep to the right side. Drones breaks a couple of contact. He's into the end zone fighting with Cam Sidney, who couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Hokies. Drones fakes that handoff, looking to throw into the end zone and sliding, reaching back to his left to make the catch. What a grab from Takai Heath. It's a touchdown, Hokies. That was not an easy catch.
That was a great catch.
4th and 10. Here's the shotgun snap, looking to his right, throws into traffic, it's incomplete. No flag down on a ton of contact over on the far side. Tron Grizel does not get the call, and Virginia Tech in double overtime hangs on to defeat California. 42-34, the final score.
Yeah, I mean, the mood is not good. And it shouldn't be. I mean, we shouldn't be in a good mood after a performance like that. Virginia Tech has good players and good coaches. I'm not taking anything away from them, but man, we have to expect more from ourselves than what we put out on the field tonight.
As the defensive lineman and a pride in the run game, I take that upon myself. We, as a defense, us especially up front on that front seven, it is our job to stop the rush game, and we didn't do a great job of that tonight. We need to do better. We need to go. When we go home, we need to watch that film. We need to critique ourselves. We got to be hard on ourselves. Get those issues all sorted out. So then we have a next opponent next week, a big opponent. We got to fix all the problems and get it all fixed and get us prepared.
Cal suffers a setback in double overtime to Virginia Tech. We'll step aside on Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. When we return, we'll spend some time with General Manager Ron Rivera. That's coming up right after this.
Everybody wants things to be comfortable. They want it to be easy. It's not going to be easy, guys. It's going to be hard. That's just the way it is. Coach just showed you. It can be easy, though, if you decide, if you determine that it is up to me. Stop letting everyone tell you what it is. And start believing in yourself, believing what you're capable of, and then believing what we are capable of. That's what you got to understand.
Welcome back on Inside Cal Football presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. We're now joined by the General Manager, Ron Rivera. It's good to see you, Ron. How you doing?
It's good to be here, Justin. Thank you.
Well, we're just past the midway point of the season. This is your first year as the General Manager. You have an evaluation now midway through the year.
I think the biggest thing we see more than anything else has been some of the growth, things that we're looking for. We've done some really nice things in terms of the way we've played. We've played hard. We've learned from our mistakes at times. At times we haven't, and I like to see us be a little bit better with that. But we've also won games that people have told me traditionally we would have lost. So that's a huge thing. And we did lose a tough one the other day in Virginia Tech, but we didn't play well at first. We started to play much better and gave ourselves a chance to win in overtime. So that's a huge step in growth.
Right. Well, let's talk about the off-the-field elements to this first, because when you first came on, that was really the focus. Obviously the roster, but just the things around the football program.
And that's probably the biggest thing is we've got to grow not just the football program itself, but the things that are around it. And one of the things that we worked on, one of the things that we felt we needed to do, obviously, was to get a recruiting center. We need a focal point where people come here and it's their first introduction to the university. Every aspect of it, as far as academics and athletics, is all part of this first introduction to Cal. You bring them in, you sit them down, you talk to them about the university. Then we have a presentation called This is Cal. And it's a video that highlights 6 minutes of who we are as a university. Not just the athletic department, not just football, but the academic and social side of being here at the university.
Well, and that's something you've been touching on too, emulating other programs and the quote academic first teams that are now succeeding. You could say Indiana, you can talk about Virginia coming into town this week. Vanderbilt is a good example. Is that what you're trying to emulate when you look at Cal football?
You look at those types of programs and you see things that have really stepped up into the forefront. Part of it is, though, has been their donor support. They've got a huge influx of money over a period of time, and we're just starting there. These programs started a little bit sooner than us, well over a year ago, and you saw last year they all made a step up. Okay, last year Indiana, for example, was 9-3. Now look at where they are. They're number 2 in the nation. A big part of it is what they were able to do with the infusion of money. Somebody came in and gave them $50 million for the naming rights of the stadium. And when you get those kinds of resources, it allows you to go out and find the kind of players that help take you to the next level. They were able to poach Fernando Mendoza from us, but they built around it. And that's what we understand and we know. From my experiences in the NFL, this is a quarterback-driven sport. Find your quarterback, build around him. Protect him with a solid offensive line, get playmakers, and have a complementary defense. That's now what our model is. I talked about that when I first got here. Let's identify our quarterback. We felt really good about what Jaron could potentially be, and now we've seen what he can be, and we believe he's going to grow and get better. So our target now is absolutely his retention, obviously, and building around him. That's what we have to do now. That's our next step.
The arm angles change too from Jaron.
His arm angle changes every single throw.
There's a lot going on there from this freshman lefty. Empty backfield. Here's Sangapolatelli, sets his feet, launches downfield. Tron Grizel, a beautiful catch at the goal line, into the end zone. touchdown, California!
What have been some of the things that have surprised you in your first year at the role of GM?
Well, I just think some of the things that we needed to bring to the program, part of the things that we've been really looking at has been some of the sports medicine. We're able to get the laser wands that they have now for rehab, for working with soft tissue injuries, stuff like that. So trying to create more opportunities to bring in those types of resources to help us off the field, the academics aspect of it, helping Tar Glenn build up that student athlete learning center. That's a real important part of it too, because again, the most important thing for a football player is the availability. We need them on the football field. Well, academics is part of it, so we want to make sure that all facets that surround the university's football program and athletic department are in place.
So if we're talking here 6 months down the road, what's the future? You talked about all the things we've implemented here. 6 months down the road, what does it look like?
Well, to me, it looks like we feel very comfortable, very good about our roster going forward. We've been able to build around Jaron. We can now protect him, and now with the skill players, we have guys that go out and make plays for us, and then we have a complementary defense in place. That's what that football team looks like. For us, as far as the rest of the support system is concerned, we've been able to keep and retain and put the coaches in the position that we feel are going to help us go to where we need to be. We have to also feel that what we've done is we've done some things as far as our practice facility, and by that I mean the locker rooms, the meeting rooms, and the stadium itself. We've got to make sure that this is a top flight place for student athletes to want to come and see and be part of.
Now, in the near future, a couple of home games left, still a lot of football to be played this year. Your thoughts moving forward, the final 2 home games and some important games coming up just in general? They're
all important, really, if you look at it, because each opportunity to win and we go out and take advantage and win those football games takes us another step towards our goal.
Right.
And the first goal obviously is to be bowl eligible. The next goal is to be right there in the conversation for potentially getting into the playoffs for the ACC. That is something that everybody has to aspire for. If you get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yeah.
That's the truth, and that's what we look for, is to get the opportunity to win the ACC championship. That gives us an opportunity to take the next step.
All right, General Manager Ron Rivera, we appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Justin.
We'll step aside here on Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. Travers Family head football coach Justin Wilcox when we return.
You got to understand what you're capable of, but you got to do it together. You got to make up your minds. You got to have some resolve. Okay, got to have some resolve about what you want to be and what you want to do. That's the most important thing. And understanding what is at stake. Understanding what you're capable of.
You bring your curiosity, your ambition, your spirit to Berkeley to be an AI machine learning, twisting, turning, flipping, video game soundtrack performer. A student of human rights strengthening, sustainable architecting, quantum science pioneers. A member of solar car designing and racing, community-driven student farming, football team rousing communities. You bring your whole self to Berkeley to be a part of the greatest public university.
The Dosanjh Family Auto Group offers an exceptional sales and service experience to our customers. With 11 brands and 20 locations throughout the Bay Area, the Dosanjh Family Auto Group has Bear territory covered. Although we're a large dealer group, we strive to maintain the family-run business atmosphere and culture that started us off more than 20 years ago. Please visit CaliforniaCarOnline.com for more information.
Welcome back on Inside Cal Football, presented by Dosanjh Family Auto Group. We're now joined by Travers Family head football coach Justin Wilcox. I guess what's the message to the team after a game like that? A tough game and one that there were a lot of chances, especially late. What was the message to the team?
Well, we have to look at ourselves, coaches first, and then the players individually. As you mentioned, there's so many opportunities to win the game, offensively, defensively, certainly, and then on special teams. And we didn't get it done. So it was a frustrating loss, and now we got to take what we learned from the game and channel any emotion we have towards not letting that happen again.
What were the learning points? What did you see on film that really stood out the most?
Yeah, big picture, defensively, when you play option team, everybody's got a job to do. You got to do that job, first of all, and then leverage on the ball carrier and tackling. I think we had 30 missed tackles in the game for about 180 yards of offense. So you're you're not going to play good defense regardless of what calls you make. You're not going to play good defense if you miss that many tackles. So leverage and tackling, primarily doing your job on defense. Offensively, we have to snap the ball. We have to block better, O-line and on the perimeter where we had numbers. And then, we got to eliminate the drops. We've had, I think, about 5 more drops. So there's times when we do things really well and the ball moves down the field with ease. So those are the things on offense and defense. And then on special teams, we have to kick off better. And then when we have an opportunity at the end of the game, like to hit that field goal.
What do you do with the drops in the mid-season? Are there drills you can run, or what type of things?
Yeah, you have to keep drilling it. You have to try to create that environment the best you can. Contested catches, over the shoulders, whatever the drops that are showing up in the game. How do we replicate that skill and practice so they can continue to work on it so we can get better at it next week?
Kendrick Raphael, 3 touchdowns. That was a bright spot in this game. We've been talking about him running the ball a little more effectively. Did you see that on film this week? And then talk about Anthony League, too, coming in for his first game.
Yeah, so Kendrick continues to be the guy there at running back, and he's done some really good things for us. He made some more good runs. Really pleased with the progress he's made. And then Anthony League was a guy we've been wanting to get going for the last couple of weeks. That room has got dinged up a little bit, and it gave Anthony an opportunity, and looking forward to watching him continue to grow in his role.
Yeah, it seemed like there were more players getting onto the field. We saw Cole Basha on there for the first time on offense, at least this season. Was that the plan, or did you want to get some more guys in rotation?
Yeah, I think both. It's the plan to get some more guys involved, try and give more guys opportunities. I think they've earned that through practice, and it'd be good for us if we can rep more than just 11 or 12 or 13 guys on offense, And the same goes on defense. And ultimately, it comes down to production.
Right.
If guys are producing in practice and they get their opportunity games and produce, then we got to keep playing them.
All right, most important thing is get back to work in the practice and then get ready for Virginia. Talk a little bit about Virginia this week.
Yeah, they've won 4 really close games. They're making big plays when they need to make them late in games. They're 3 overtime victories. Offensively, the quarterback, he's a very good player. They got good wideouts, good running backs. The O-line plays really well together. Defense, play a lot of guys up front, 2 really big edges, a safety who's a phenomenal player, and then really good corners and a nickel spur guy, they call him, that are very, very good. So.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little about the defense here first, and that was a good overview, but they're generating a lot of turnovers this season. That's a big reason why they've got the national ranking and why they've won those overtime games. What are they doing so well to generate those turnovers?
Yeah, a lot of, they show a lot of different pictures, a lot of different coverages, and so you got to hunt that post-snap. They do a good job disguising it, and they've been very opportunistic. As you know, and I know, those turnovers seem to come in bunches, and guys that have some experience are playing with confidence. They get those tips and overthrows. You have a chance to attack the ball. So all those things are key, and they've done a really good job of that.
Yeah, 3rd in the league in sacks this year, too. So how much of the pressure will we see on JKS this week?
Well, I'm sure they'll bring it, no doubt about it. And like I said, that front is really, really active. Those edges are really big guys. They play a lot of guys on the interior, but they do a really nice job again. And they'll bring the nickel, they'll bring the Mike and Will backer. So they will have to be ready for all those different pressures.
Offensively, it's a lot of run, heavy run. They've used a lot of different running backs in varieties of ways this year, but that is a big component to their offense.
Yeah, I think, like everybody, you want to run the ball well on offense, and they're doing a really good job of that. The backs they rotate through are really good players. The O-line plays really well together. That's been apparent in watching all their tape. And then the quarterback makes really good decisions.
Yeah. And then Cam Ross, dynamic kick returner and punt returner. And you talk about the element of special teams. That seems like that's tilted their way, too, a few times this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That hidden yardage battle, punt return and kick return, he does a fantastic job. We met and talked about him again this morning. He's a big focus for us in the special teams game.
All right, Travers Family head football coach Justin Wilcox. It's the Bears and Virginia this Saturday on ESPN 2, 12:45 kickoff, also on 8:10 a.m. Thanks so much, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that does it for this week's episode. We'll talk to you next week. So long for now.
You bring your curiosity, your ambition, your spirit to Berkeley to be an AI machine learning, twisting, turning, flipping, video game soundtrack performer. A student of human rights strengthening, sustainable architecting, quantum science pioneers. a member of, solar car designing and racing, community-driven student farming, football team rousing communities. You bring your whole self to Berkeley to be a part of the greatest public university.
The Dosanjh Family Auto Group offers an exceptional sales and service experience to our customers. With 11 brands and 20 locations throughout the Bay Area, the Dosanjh Family Auto Group has Bear territory covered. Although we're a large dealer group, we strive to maintain the family-run business atmosphere and culture that started us off more than 20 years ago. Please visit CaliforniaCarOnline.com for more information.